friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. I'm very excited for this video today. I'm going to be doing 2 looks with the newest Blend Bunny and May Pang collaboration, the Flora and Fauna palettes. I think May Pang is such a cool creator. I've been following her on Instagram for years and years and years, and her first collaboration with Blend Bunny last year, the Rotten palette, I love dearly. I think it's such a great, solid, really unique tones, all matte palette. I think she did such a great job with it and making it super unique and interesting. So when I saw that they were coming out with a round 2, I was very pumped to see what they were going to come up with again together. And thus was born the Flora and Fauna palettes. So yeah, I'm going to show you both palettes, do close-ups, swatches, all that good stuff. I'll be creating 1 look with each palette. I have also already filmed short form videos with each palette as well. That should already be up on both Instagram and YouTube Shorts by the time this video goes up. And these palettes have already launched, by the way. And you can use my affiliate code BATTYBEAN if you end up shopping on Blend Bunny's site. But as always, just because I'm sitting here playing with 2 new palettes does not mean you need them in your life. Obviously, I always encourage you to shop your stash first, see if you already have something similar. If one of my looks inspires you and you want to recreate it, maybe see if you already have something that you can do the job with. At the end of the day, I love just posting my silly little eyeshadow looks on the internet, and I love nothing more than just when my look itself can inspire you, so that's always my goal here. But obviously, if you think you'd get a lot of use out of these palettes and my video is helpful for you in making that decision, I'll have them linked down below as well as my discount code. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into these palettes and let me show you what we're getting into. I mean, at this point, you've probably already seen the beauty that is these palettes. These have been out for a couple weeks now at this point. I got my package a little bit late, so that's why this video isn't super early, but the packaging on these are so pretty. I guess we can talk about the Fauna first because that's the one that I'm wearing, and this was the first look of the video. It's just so pretty. Another 20 pan palette, all matte. I feel like this is the perfect companion to the Rotten palette. These tones are so good. I feel like it's the perfect mixture of grungy meets colorful, which is one of my favorite combinations you can ever find in a palette. I love a palette that can do bright, colorful things, but can also be very murky and grungified, and this is just so cool for that. I love all the mustardy tones, these bluey periwinkle purpley things going on, this bright sea foam, the dark reddish brown shades. I just think this is so aesthetically pleasing and very, very cool. It's very unique with these colors all together. And then next is the Flora palette. This one is a 15 pan palette, and this one is more of a spicy neutral sort of palette. I feel like it's, you know, neutrals with a twist. It has some tinges of color in there, but it's mostly like a more grungified, earthy, neutral leaning sort of palette. But this one features shimmers unlike the other one. We have 5 shimmers, 10 mattes. These shimmers are so pretty. They are so incredibly sparkly and glittery looking on the lids. They are so beautiful. And I feel like this is one of those palettes where pictures honestly don't do this one justice. I thought this one was going to be much more like basic neutral leaning, and then I got it in person and I was like, oh no, this definitely has like some color undertones to it. Again, kind of that spicy neutral vibe. I think this is really pretty. I think this is a really good way to make neutrals more interesting. I like that we have the combination of cooler tones and warmer tones. Again, those shimmers are just so striking. The only minor critique I have is because this is called the Flora palette, I definitely envisioned greens happening in this palette, but they definitely went with more of like the earth, the soil, that kind of vibe for this palette. I would have loved to see at least a green in this palette. I think that would have made it really nice, but you know, you can always pull in a green from somewhere else. I don't think that necessarily takes away from this palette. That's just what my brain envisioned with this palette. But I still think it's very lovely, again, kind of that spicy neutral vibe. So yeah, those are the 2 palettes. Let's get into the looks now, and then at the end, I'll give you my thoughts so far. Okay, let's get into this first look. I'm gonna be diving into the Fauna palette, and I'm so excited. I've been loving this one so far. I did a look on short form already, kind of pairing like the bluey periwinkleness with the mustardiness. I'm definitely still going to incorporate some mustard into this look because I just love those shades so much. But I also kind of want to play with some of these like purpley tones in here too. I'm going to go ahead and prime with my Lethal White Eyeshadow Primer. Just going to tap a little of that on and blend it out. So I'm going to start with this light shade first, Mantis. I just want to have that to be kind of my background for all of my dark shades. So I'm going to have a very purple upper lid, and I think I'm going to smoke out the mustardy stuff, maybe with a red on the lower lash line. This is just a fluffy brush from Simply Posh. Just kind of getting that shade laid down and blended throughout the crease. I'm gonna go in with Starling now, that mid-tone purple. I'm gonna be packing that heavily, kind of directly in the crease. I'm using a Sigma E27 for this. Still kind of keeping that very rounded windshield wiper motion. I feel like I want just a very rounded, smoky look for this today. But yeah, just taking this directly in the crease. I'm not going to bring this up any higher other than just what blends with the lighter shade, because I want most of this darkness really concentrated on the actual lid. It is such a pretty shade of purple. I love that color. Going back in with a little bit more of that first shade on that first brush, just to make sure that's all blending really, really well and buffed out really nicely before I go in with my darkest purple. I'm gonna go in with this super dark, indigo-y, bluey, purpley sort of shade now. I'm actually gonna use that same Sigma E27. I'm just using the clean side of that brush. And I'm gonna start packing that on the lid itself, just getting that really saturated on that lid. And I'm just gonna let this blend into the medium shade, which then blends into the lightest shade. Just like a very smoky gradient going on. Again, kind of going like in that crease. I'm waiting until I have less product on the brush though before I, start doing this step. But just kind of taking it into that crease so it can start really blending in with that second purple shade. Taking that mid-tone purple again on the correct side of that brush and just re-intensifying that blend in the crease. Again, just going directly in the crease, just to help kind of sandwich that dark and light together. And then last, just taking a little bit more of that lightest purple just to fluff around those edges once more to like really tie it all together. I think that looks so moody. I really like those purples. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm gonna take this dark, dark red. I'm gonna use this very flat E15 brush from Sigma, and I'm just gonna press that right against my lashes on that lower lash line. This is just gonna kind of help define right against before I start blending those mustardy shades out. I feel like that's really gonna kind of tie everything together too. Give kind of a good merge between the purple and the mustard. I'm gonna start first with this darker mustard shade. Just using the Sigma E30 pencil brush, I'm just gonna start smudging right at the very, very edge of that red shade. Just start kind of bringing that mustard into play a little bit without going too crazy just yet. I'm gonna take this lighter mustard shade now to add some more blend to the lower lash. Using this E45 pencil brush from Sigma, I'm just gonna start really fluffing at those edges. Heavy focus kind of in this outer lower side, but really taking that everywhere along that lower lash line, kind of bringing it up almost toward my blush a little bit. I feel like that just adds such good contrast against that purple. That's so pretty. Can you tell I'm in the mood for fall vibes? Like, this is it. And now you could 100% leave this look just as it is, fully matte, maybe just take a matte light shadow for the inner corner. But I do have a couple single shimmers that I want to play with too, so I figured this would be a good look to incorporate them. First, I have this purple sparkly one from Half Magic. This is in the shade Pixie Problem. I'm just gonna take that on my finger and I'm just gonna press that right over everything, just to give it a little bit of a glossy effect. Yes, I love shimmer so much, guys. I couldn't help myself. I thought the all matte was cool, but this just kicked it up a notch, I feel like that just elevated it by a million. That's so pretty. Then for the inner corner, I have another single shadow from Half Magic. This is in Spiral Baby. I'm just gonna take that and plop a little right in my inner corner. Just for a cute little highlight, nothing too crazy, honestly. It does add a very good ethereal little glow though. All right, throw on some of my little lash clusters. I also threw in my eye pencil. This is Cinefox from Half Magic. I feel like it really complemented that darkish red shade that I put on the lower lash line, and I really like how it pulled it all together. And then for lips, I'm thinking I want something kind of reddish orangey-ish to kind of go with that lower lash line a bit. So I was thinking Reap from Unearthly would be a good place to start, so I'm just gonna line and lightly fill in. So just using my finger to kind of blend that pencil down. I love that color and I feel like that was such a good choice with this look. And then over that, I'm gonna take the Ginger Liquid Lip from Melt. I'm still forever mad that these liquid lipsticks got discontinued because they're so good. They're so good. I only have 3 left that are dying and almost empty, and the doe foot's probably gonna snap at any second. So I'm just using them while I can. Oh, I think that's a really good combo. I like that a lot. And here is the final look complete. I feel like it's giving fall forest witch. I am loving this. I feel like I am a witch in the middle of the wilderness in a cute little cottage, living with all the critters. I love this look. I think it's so good. I'm loving these shadows. I'm not surprised. I love Blend Bunny shadows in general. I really liked the Rotten palette that they did the first round, and yeah, now that I've used this one a couple times, I'm so in love. These tones are so good, and I feel like very timely for the season too. I feel like these are the tones I'm craving right now. So yeah, I love how this overall just vibe came out. All right, let's get into this second look. I'm gonna be diving into the Flora palette. I wanna do something just very warm, very autumn, very pumpkin-y. I'm feeling the oranges today. I'm already primed and ready to go, so let's just get into it. I'm gonna start first with this brown substrate. I'm gonna take that on this little angled brush from Simply Posh and basically starting honestly kind of at my lash line. Gonna kind of heavily pack that right there because I do want it to be a bit heavier down here. And then as I start trailing it up, I'm basically just gonna draw like I'm drawing a wing. So I'm gonna take this up toward the tail of my brow. I'm gonna drag the top of that over. Honestly, kind of like dragging it like to where my crease is. So kind of looking straight while I do this so I can kind of fall in line with my crease as much as possible. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that shade and start to kind of fill in my wing just a little bit. I'm gonna use other shades to blend this out toward the rest of my lid, but kind of just like that main corner of the wing I kind of want to fill in. Next, I'm going to take this darker orange, taking that on a little Sigma E30 pencil brush. I'm just going to start kind of scooting that right next to that dark brown that I laid down, keeping it focused just to this outer area. I don't really want it to go too much further in past where I drew that line in. Just kind of creating a little bit of a merge between that dark brown and this orange. I'm also going to smoke out just this very bottom portion where that liner is, or that shadow that I used as liner essentially. And just kind of buff that out a little bit as well. And now I'm going to take this lighter orange and kind of do the same thing. I'm going to take this E02 fluffy brush from Singe. This I'll take in a little bit more onto the lid, but I'm not going too crazy with it. I just kind of want to diffuse that edge just so we have a nice seamless blend going into the lid before I start going crazy with some shimmer. And honestly, if you wanted to do something kind of like simple with a little bit of edge, you could kind of leave it like this, like maybe just pop something bright in the inner corner. I think that looks really lovely too. And again, of course, just gonna add more to that smoked out, blown out lower lash line. I feel like that just gives it even more interest. Before I go in with my shimmers, I do want to brighten the inner corner with this bright, light, yellowy shade. I'm gonna use this Singe E01 brush. Just kind of pop it right there in the inner corner and just kind of blend it just for a little extra brightness. I think that looks quite nice. Just like a little brightening effect. Moving on to my shimmer now, I'm gonna prep with my shimmer stay from Dede Signature. Just gonna plop a little of that on the lid, keeping it focused just to the front part, honestly. I wanna leave the outer portion fairly matte. I mean, I'm sure some of the sparkle will go over there as well, but for the most part, I wanna just leave that a little bit more matte and keep the sparkle focused to this front spot. I'm gonna be going in with this sparkly orange shade. It's so pretty. The shimmers in this palette are just so wet looking. They're so glittery and wet looking and so pretty. They're not glitters though, to be clear. They just look glittery. They're so pretty. But yeah, just kind of keeping that focused right here in the front portion. And then as I have less product on my finger, I'll kind of taper it and let it fade into the mattes. But again, I kind of want to leave that outer portion fairly matte. Take that fluffy brush from before and just kind of make sure it's all merging together nicely. But I really quite like that actually. As someone who doesn't dabble in neutrals very often, I do think this is a spicy neutrals palette done very well. I think I'm gonna take that bright yellowy shimmer as well and just pop a little of that on my brow bone just because I can't be stopped. I want more. And then for one final shimmer, I kind of want to take that purpley one and I just want to pop a little of that right in the center of my lower lash. Using this very old little weird flat Luxie pencil brush that I have had for a million years. And I'm just popping some of that right there in the very center of my lower lash line. I feel like that just gives it a little bit more kind of weirdness and I like it. All right, threw on some of my little lash clusters. I also threw in my eye pencil. This is Brown Noise from Urban Decay. And now for lips, I want something kind of warm brown orange-ish to go with the eyes. So I'm gonna start with the Slay pencil from Colourpop. I'm just gonna line and lightly fill in. Just kind of blending that toward the center of my lips. And over that, I'm gonna use the Cosmic Beauty Ginger Snap Lipstick. Just gonna start with that right in the center. That's the combo. That is so good. Like a grungy brownish orangey lip is forever one of my favorite things. This is so pretty. And here's that second look complete. I love how this came out. I feel like it's giving glam, but it also has some edginess to it. I feel like it also has a little bit of a grungy nature with that smoky lower lash, with the lip. I just love this. I feel like it's very warm. It's very autumnal. And I'm really feeling this vibe today. I think it's really nice. Let's zoom out though, and I'll give you my thoughts so far on these palettes. Thank you so much for being here and for hanging out and for watching. I had so much fun playing with these palettes in this video. Which look was your favorite? I feel like I'm having a really hard time deciding because I really liked that, you know, smoky purple with the warmth blended out on that lower lash line, but I'm also really feeling this one too. I feel like they were so very different. So it's hard for me to decide. You'll have to let me know what your favorite was. I've been having a great time with these. Like I already mentioned at the beginning, I've already filmed my short form video, so I've already played with these a couple times. The Fauna palette, I feel like just has such interesting tones. It's so unique. I feel like there's so many different color combinations and possibilities with this one. You can do things that are more muted, darker, even more neutral leaning, more grungified, but you can also do things that are very like bright and playful, and you can kind of mix and match those vibes together. I just think this one's a lot of fun. I feel like they killed it with their Rotten palette, and they killed it again with this one. I think I may even like this one more than the Rotten palette. These tones just really scream to me. And even though I'm not necessarily one to gravitate toward an all matte palette, I do like a mixture of mattes and shimmers. I feel like this one was just done so well that you can create such solid looks. And then if you want to, you can bring in like, you know, glitters, toppery shades, whatever you want to spice it up a little bit. But I feel like these tones are just so good that I don't even mind that it's an all matte palette. Honestly, it's kind of what I expected after the Rotten palette. And then the Flora palette, again, I just think is such a very, very well done spicy neutrals palette. I feel like this could be that go-to sort of palette for most people where you can just kind of dabble into it. You can do simple looks, you can do things that are very dark and dramatic and edgy. I like that you can kind of lean more warm or more cool depending on what vibe you're feeling. And these shimmers are so pretty. Like, I just can't get over how special and sparkly and delicious they are. As someone who does not gravitate toward neutrals, I stand by this being a very well done spicy neutrals. So yeah, those are my thoughts on these palettes. So far, so good. I've been having a great time with them. I feel like these palettes are just the true melding of Blend Bunny and May Pang so well. I feel like they follow up to her previous collaboration really well, and I've been having a great time with them. The quality is there. I feel like the tones are unique and interesting, and I've really enjoyed the looks I've created with them. I'd love to hear your thoughts though. Do you plan on picking these up? Do you already have these? Do you have the Rotten palette from round one? If you made it to the end of this video, leave either animal related emojis or plant related emojis, depending on if you prefer the Fauna or the Flora palette. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm BATTYBEAN over there, and you can also subscribe if you want to see more videos. You can also check my description box for links to my second channel if you want additional content, and also links to my channel memberships. There's a couple different tiers with a couple different perks, and I'd love to have you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.